He looked at the wealth of the kingdom and the happiness of its people with a bitter heart. He wanted to be king, and he was willing to do anything to take the throne. Once upon a time, in the heart of the lush green lands of the Igbo people, there was a beautiful and rich kingdom called Alaoma. The kingdom was ruled by a kind and wise king named Ezechima. Ezechima was loved by his people for his wisdom and fairness. He made sure that everyone had enough to eat and that their homes were safe and that their children were happy. The people of Alaoma grew plenty of yams, millet and cassava. They danced to lively music, sang songs under the moonlight, and told wonderful stories by the fire at night. Everyone in the kingdom lived in harmony, and their lives flourished under the golden sun. However, not everyone was happy. Eze, Chima's half-brother, Amadi, was jealous, unlike Ezechima. Amadi was consumed by greed and envy. He looked at the wealth of the kingdom and the happiness of its people with a bitter heart. He wanted to be king, and he was willing to do anything to take the throne. Amadi would often sit alone, plotting and scheming in the shadows, his mind filled with dark thoughts. He watched his brother from a distance, his eyes burning with jealousy and hatred. One dark night, when the moon hid behind the clouds, a group of bad men called bandits sneaked into Alaoma. These bandits were led by a mean leader who wore a scary mask. They were ruthless and had been causing trouble in neighboring villages for years. The bandits burned houses, stole food, and scared the people. So, in the middle of the confusion, Amadi saw his chance. He met with the bandits in secret and promised to help them take over Alaoma if they made him king. The bandits agreed, and together they planned to attack the palace. Amadi led the bandits to the palace gates, betraying his own brother, Ezechima. King Ezechima was unaware of his brother's treachery. He was shocked when the bandits stormed the palace, but he fought bravely to protect his people. But the betrayer cut deep. Ezechima was a skilled warrior, but he was outnumbered, and sadly, he was killed by these very bandits Amadi had brought to Alaoma village. So, after Ezechima's death, the bandits took over Alaoma, and Amadi became the new king. He ruled with a heavy hand, and the people were no longer happy. Amadi's reign was marked by fear and oppression. The once peaceful kingdom was now a shadow of its former self. The fields that were once filled with laughter and song were now silent and barren. The people missed their good king and the peaceful days they had enjoyed under his rule. They whispered among themselves, hoping for a savior to come and free them from Amadi's tyranny. However, there was a secret that Amadi and his bandit did not know. Ezechima's baby son, named Chukwuemeka, had survived. The brave and clever chief maid, Adaeze, had taken baby Chukwuemeka and escaped into the deep, thick forest. Adaeze was determined to protect the child at all costs. She ran and ran, then, holding the baby close to her chest, her heart beating fast with fear and hope. She knew that if the baby were found, Amadi would not hesitate to kill him. So as the sun began to rise, Adaeze became very tired and didn't know where to go. The forest was thick and dark, and she was afraid of being caught. Just when she was about to give up, she saw a hunter named Obinna. Obinna was a strong and kind man who was also a great warrior in his village. He had lived in the forest all his life and knew his secret. So when he saw Adaeze and the baby, he knew they needed help. Obinna took them to his home, a safe and quiet village hidden deep in the forest. In Obinna's village, Adaeze and baby Chukwuemeka found safety. The people of the village welcomed them with open arms. They gave them food, shelter, and clothes. Obinna knew who Chukwuemeka was and how important he would be for the future of Alaoma kingdom. He vowed to protect the child and raise him as his own. Obinna told Adaeze that they would keep the baby's identity a secret until the right time. Together, they would make sure that Chukwuemeka would grow up strong and wise, ready to reclaim his father's kingdom. As Chukwuemeka grew up, Obinna taught him many things. He showed him how to hunt, how to use a spear, and even how to be brave like a warrior and strong like a true warrior that he is. Chukwuemeka was a quick learner. He listened carefully to Obinna's teachings and practiced every single day. He wanted to be strong enough to help his people and take back his father's kingdom. He grew into a tall, strong, and handsome young man. His eyes were bright and full of determination. The people in Obiama's village loved and respected him. Even though Chukwuemeka was happy in the village, he never forgot about Alaoma and his father. He would often sit by the fire at night, listening to Adaeze's stories about his father and the beautiful kingdom of Alaoma. He dreamed of the day when he would return to Alaoma and make it a happy place again. Chukwuemeka knew that the journey would be difficult, but he was ready to face any challenge that came his way. He had the heart of a warrior and the spirit of a king. Years passed and Chukwuemeka became a skilled warrior. He began to fight alongside the warriors of Obinna's village. His reputation as a fierce and a just fighter spread, and he earned the respect and loyalty of those around him. He learned to move silently through the forest, to track animals, and to fight with the strength and honor befitting a future king. Obinna was proud of him and knew that Chukwuemeka was ready to fulfill his destiny. Despite the contentment he found in Obinna's village, Chukwuemeka never forgot his true home or his father's tragic fate. So one night, under a sky studded with stars, Chukwuemeka gathered his closest warriors, his warriors' partners and mates. He shared his plans to reclaim Alaoma and free it from Amadi's tyrannical rule. Obinna, Adaeze, and the village's bravest warrior all agreed to help him. They knew that the time had come to return to Alaoma and to restore peace and justice. The journey back to Alaoma was fraught with danger and uncertainty. As they approached the kingdom, Chukwuemeka and his companions faced numerous challenges. The forest was full of wild animals and treacherous paths. They had to be careful because Amadi's guards were everywhere. Chukwuemeka's leadership shone through his strategies and courage, inspiring those around him. He knew that every step brought him closer to their goal. As they traveled, Chukwuemeka and his friends became even more determined. They helped each other through the toughest moments, their bond growing stronger with each passing day. The closer they got to Alaoma, the more Chukwuemeka felt the weight of his destiny pressing upon him. He knew that the final battle would be difficult, but he was ready to face it with courage and determination. Finally, the day of reckoning arrived. Chukwuemeka and his warrior mates launched a surprise attack on the palace, their battle cries echoing through the streets of Alaoma. The fight was fierce and bloody, with Chukwuemeka facing off against Amadi's most formidable warriors. In the midst of the chaos, Chukwuemeka and Amadi came face to face. The battle between them was intense, a clash of steel and willpower. Chukwuemeka fought not only for his father's memory, but for the future of Alaoma. With a final decisive blow, Chukwuemeka overcame Amadi, ending his reign of terror. The bandits, seeing their leaders fall, scattered in fear. The people of Alaoma, inspired by Chukwuemeka's bravery, rose up against the remaining oppressors, reclaiming their freedom. The kingdom was finally liberated, and Chukwuemeka was welcomed as the rightful king, the people hailing him as their savior and leader. The moral of this story is to teach us to always see the wins of our loved ones as a win also for ourselves, and not to see others' wins as a threat to us. It teaches us that betrayal is bad and always leads to destruction. Thank you so much, my returning subscribers, for always supporting me. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, please do so. Like, share, and turn on the notification bell so as to be informed whenever I upload another interesting African folktale story. See you. I love you so much. Bye.